Islanders, we have a great show for you today. Show me the money. Royal Caribbean Group shares their Q3 earnings. They make over $1 billion in profit. We will share with you how much they paid off in debt in Q3. We also have legal issues. Carnival Corporation is found guilty in a lawsuit stemming back from March of 2020. You can probably imagine what type of case that was. And in a separate legal matter, Carnival is being sued by a man who lost his finger on board. We're going to share that story with you. We also have new cruise ships coming to Miami, 8 cruise ships from 8 different cruise brands. We're going to share that with you as well. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Thursday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a great day. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop those anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together, catching up on the latest in cruising and cruise news and cruise law news, everything going on in the cruise world. There's a lot going on. We're going to share it with you on the show today. If you like to stay up to date with what's going on in cruising and cruise experiences, join this community. Be sure that you are a subscriber to this channel and ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. It is a great day for those who own stocks for brands across the industry as Royal Caribbean Group share their Q3 results. Nobody is really surprised, right? Nobody is surprised. There are numbers that have to be met that Wall Street analysts say, here's where we think you will perform. Here's where we want you to perform. And those numbers were high, but Royal Caribbean Group exceeded those numbers. They beat estimates. They've raised estimates even for the rest of the year. $1 billion in profit from Q3, which is a great number. That is from $4.2 billion in revenue for Q3. Of course, at 4.2, there's bills to pay, right? So after they pay bills, they made $1 billion, which is a great number. It's not something that we had seen 2 years ago or a year ago. Now we're making money, right? Carnival Corporation did had similar numbers not too long ago for Q3. Bookings and pricing are very strong. Royal Caribbean Group leadership shared with us that booking numbers continue to exceed 2019 numbers, which was a record year across the industry. Customer deposits continue to be strong. The group shared that they have over $5 billion of your money, of my money, sitting there in deposits waiting for you and I to cruise. Customer deposits are huge because it's passengers who pay money for a cruise. That could happen next month, next year, 2 years from now, and cruise lines are able to use this money, of course, for dry dock activities, for new ship builds and other activities. $5 billion sitting there that we have paid on deposits. That's a huge number. Occupancy was big for the group as well. At over 110% occupancy, the ships are full. We did not need leadership to tell us that. We have cruised. We know ships are full. You might be asking, how can it be above 100% occupancy? We get above 100% when those third and fourth berths or beds are being used on ships. That brings us up above 100% to 110%. The company was able to make a huge payment down on its debts across the board, paying $775 million to their debt exercises as they continue to pay that off. Great numbers. If you're a stock owner, you're happy today. No matter the cruise brand, all cruise stocks are up. That is the news from Royal Caribbean Group. Let's move on here. We're going to talk about 2 cases today. One has already been tried. We have a verdict of guilty. The other was just filed. But Carnival Corporation, right? The parent brand, the parent company of Carnival Cruise Line, was found guilty in a lawsuit. And this lawsuit in particular was for Princess Cruises. Again, Princess Cruises, Carnival Cruise Line, and others are owned by Carnival Corporation. Princess Cruises has been ordered to pay the medical bills of a passenger who caught COVID-19 on board. This was from March of 2020. You may remember the sailing on board the Ruby Princess. It hit international news coverage. Almost 900 COVID positive cases, 28 passengers who died on that cruise. You may remember the Ruby Princess trying to dock into several places and ports of call saying, no, you're not coming here. This is one case from a passenger who was on board that cruise. The judge ruled that Carnival Corporation, Princess Cruises, misled passengers in March of 2020. They also shared that the Ruby Princess should have never sailed on this vacation, should not have taken place. The judge ruled that Carnival's Australian division must pay. They're held liable for this. The passenger on board was seeking $360,000. They did not get what they were seeking. Instead, they were awarded $2,826. Carnival will have to pay that. Carnival's Australian division is found to be negligent and in breach of their duty of care. The judge shared that, yes, there were cases and there was activity that happened on the cruise before this, and that this particular sailing should have been canceled. Judge Stewart ruled that Carnival knew or ought to have known about the significant risk of an outbreak was potentially disastrous with consequences, but yet it proceeded to continue that cruise. The judge said that no reasonable person would have gone on that cruise, would have operated the cruise in $2,826, a small amount there. That's going to be paid for the passenger. Nothing can be paid to replace those 28 passengers who passed away, right? The big question, though, is what's next? This is one lawsuit in almost 900 cases from passengers who were on board, and it opens the door for these other passengers to file lawsuits as well, to seek damages and to seek money from Carnival Corporation. March of 2020 was a difficult time. Amanda and I cruised March of 2020. We remember some of the things that were happening on board, the uncertainty with passengers, with crew members. A lot of us didn't know what we were up against. Cruise lines, I don't think, knew what they were up against. And so this is a win here for the guest, and it could lead to other court cases. What do you think about this? What do you think reflecting back now, almost 4 years? Should we continue some of these activities? Our passengers owed something, not just on this Ruby Princess sailing alone, but cruises around the world. Of course, cruise lines do a much better job now, right, of understanding the risk that are associated with cruising even today. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. You're also going to want to share your thoughts on this story here. It's another lawsuit. It was just filed, though. We don't know what's going to happen with this lawsuit. But a passenger who sailed on board the Carnival Horizon in September of 2022, they had stepped outside to enjoy their balcony, as many of us have many times, and all of us have probably experienced the suction and the wind of how hard those balcony doors slam. Some of us have commented on social media sites, please don't slam your balcony door. This cruiser, this individual, stepped outside to enjoy their balcony. The door slammed closed, and they lost a finger in the process. That was September of 2022. Just a few days ago, this passenger, over a year later, has filed a lawsuit against Carnival Cruise Line and Carnival Corporation for this event that took place on board. Now, you're probably thinking, it's been a year. Why is this person just now filing a lawsuit over a year away? There's some things we don't know about this. We don't know if the finger was able to be reattached. We don't know the mobility. Is the finger able to be used as it should? Maybe it was indeed attached. Maybe life has certainly changed over the last year. We don't know some of the specifics of this story or why. Why did they wait a year to do this? But we do know that a lawsuit was filed. The lawsuit says that Carnival Cruise Line did not exercise reasonable care to ensure protection from this passenger and others of these balcony doors slamming as they do. Keep me honest here. I think, if I remember right, and it may be different for each cruise ship, but it seems like there is signage directly on the balcony door or by the balcony door that says something about winds and high winds and the door can slam and things like that. It seems like it's there. It seems like I've seen it before. I can see it in my mind, but I can't confirm it. Islanders, confirm with me. Do you remember there being signs, at least on some ships, maybe not all, to be careful, to exercise caution? Let me know if you remember that in the comments section below. I think I'm right. I don't know, though. But the lawsuit also says that cruise lines should do more. There should be mechanisms and devices that help these balcony doors not shut, not slam. The man is seeking monetary damages of at least $75,000. He wants there to be a trial by jury so he can share his case, and the jury can, of course, decide on the case. What are your thoughts on this? Waiting a year after, if there's signage in play, let's say that signs are there. I've seen them there, but I don't know what cruise ship or ships I was on. If signage is there, what else more can the cruise line do? Should there be mechanisms on these doors to make sure they don't slam? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as we close the show today, I wanted to mention this. I always enjoy the dancing of the ships. I enjoy every 3 or 4 years is what I would love it to be. Cruise ships to change, to leave one home port here in North America and go to another. And then in return, a new ship comes to that home port. I love it when cruise ships change because some people cruise out of the same home ports over and over and over, and sometimes they will have been on a cruise ship, the same ship, 5 times, 10 times. And so I love when ships move around. Miami is about to see both ships come into Miami and call Miami their home port, and just visits, day visits in the port of Miami. 8 cruise ships from 8 different cruise lines are either visiting Miami or making Miami their home port coming up. We're excited about that. One ship in particular, Carnival Cruise Lines, Carnival Venezia, this month is calling on Miami as a port of call. Some people think that that is odd in cruising because when we cruise, we think we're going to go to the Caribbean. We think that we're going to go to the Bahamas. And there are some cruise ships and itineraries that leave one American port, home port, and they visit another. Port Canaveral is one. Miami is one. Some people don't like those. What do you think about those? Share with us below. But Miami is welcoming the Venezia and other ships. They're also welcoming 2 cruise ships, 2 much highly anticipated cruise ships. The Norwegian Viva, of course, is going to sail from Miami. Just a special inaugural sailing there from Miami, much like the Prima did in Galveston last year when we were on board. And of course, in January, the Icon of the Seas. The anticipation is building for the Icon. We should start to hear more news about where the Icon is going to be. Are they going to stop at a few different U.S. home ports? We should hear that very, very soon. But Miami, who for a long time was known as the cruise capital of the world, welcomes these cruise ships. Port Canaveral, by the way, is right now, the cruise capital of the world. But Miami welcoming 8 cruise ships from 8 different cruise lines, whether they visit for a day, they're staying, and being home ported there. It's an exciting time. Do you like to see cruise ships move around from home port to home port? Well, what is one cruise ship that you were happy or sad to see leave? One for me, I always enjoyed sailing on the Carnival Freedom out of Galveston. It was the only cruise my mother and I went on. My mom went on one cruise. It was the Carnival Freedom. We enjoyed the ship. For some reason, I always had luck in the casino, and the Freedom left Galveston a couple of years ago, and I was sad to see the Freedom go. What's one cruise ship that you were happy to see go or sad to see go? The Carnival Vista leaving Galveston. Many are sad to see her go. She's leaving in November. Share that as well in the comment section below. Islanders, we hope you've enjoyed the cruise news today. As we enter into Friday and the weekend, if you're looking at your cruise schedule, you're looking at starting to plan a cruise, to book a cruise, reach out to Amanda and I. travel@bookislandtime.com. We can help you with your cruise reservations. Oftentimes, we can even transfer your existing reservations to our cruise agency. We're able to help you and watch your pricing, to watch out for upgrades, to plan different parts of your trip. Be sure that you reach out to us. We would love to help you. We hope that you have a great day. Of course, we'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.